Hey everybody, it's Megan and welcome back. Today is part 2 of the random questions tag. So like part 1, this is now part 2. I found 50 questions and I just broke it into 2 different videos so that you guys didn't have a super long video of just staring at this face. So yes, I am now on to questions 26 through 50 and yeah, let's jump into the questions. So the first one is, do you know triplets? No, I personally do not. I never met triplets. I have met tons of set of twins, but never triplets. See, now the numbering is a little off because now on my page it says like in the 20s when really it's the beginning of the video. So sorry if I'm confusing you with any numbers, but technically this is number 26 through 50. So number 27, do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Titanic is a good movie, but I most definitely prefer The Notebook. I love that movie. I cannot watch it up into it. Like I watch it up to a certain point and then I can't watch it and then I can start watching it again. If you guys have seen The Notebook, you know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to spoil anything if someone hasn't watched it and they do want to. So if you haven't watched The Notebook, go watch it. The next one is, have you ever had Indian food? As far as I know, no, I have not. The next one, what's the name of your favorite restaurant? I love Red Robin. I love Mimi's Cafe. Mimi's Cafe used to be my absolute favorite, but we don't really go to it very often. So Red Robin is probably one of my favorites just because it's so easy to find pretty much anything you want to eat. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? Yes, that's another favorite on there too, but it's just for their soup and their salad and breadsticks. Like that's all I need. I don't need any pasta. I don't need any sandwiches. Just give me their zuppa toscana soup, which I have made that. I've done a video about that. So that'll be up in the cards or down below because that you can make it and it tastes exactly the same as the restaurant. Next one, do you belong to any warehouse stores, Costco, BJ's? I don't know what BJ's is besides the restaurant. But yes, we have a Costco membership. We actually just went to Costco yesterday. So there are big, huge muffins sitting on my counter out there in the kitchen that I want to eat so bad. But those are mostly for my boys. The next one, what would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? If I had been born a boy, I was going to be Jordan because my mom didn't find out. I don't think they could find out back then in 1989. I don't know if they could find out what you were having unless you had like major issues. I think that's the only time that they did actual like tests on the baby or ultrasounds. So she didn't know what I was. She knew I was a girl. Like that just was her feeling. And sure enough, I came out a girl. So I'm Megan, but I was going to be Jordan. The next one, if you have a nickname, what is it? I have lots of nicknames. It's crazy. The biggest nickname is Meg. A lot of people call me Meg or Megs. And then the name that I get all the time is Mom, Mommy, Mama. That's just that. You'd think that was my nickname because that's what I hear all day. Next one, who is your favorite person in the world? That one obviously is really hard. My children are probably my favorite people in the entire world because I created them. Like they are a part of me. And they are still a part of me. They're constantly touching me, on me. It's very strange that I get to sit here without them on me. So yes, my children are my favorite people. Number 35. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? I live in the suburbs, but I would love to live in a different state with land and have chickens and all that fun stuff for my kids to grow up with. But my husband's work doesn't really permit that. He kind of needs to be in the city. So yes, I would love to live out on the countryside somewhere in a different state. I would love to be in a different country with that, but that's kind of a little bit more unrealistic. So maybe someday. Can you whistle? That's about all I can do. I'm not a fancy whistler. It's really hard for me to do that. Like I have to kind of like consciously think about it. Otherwise it turns into the little kid like trying to blow. So no, I'm not a big whistler. The next one, do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I prefer it to be completely pitch black. I do have my baby's monitor next to me. So if he's making noise and now that he's bigger, I can kind of turn it off and turn it back on. It's constantly noise, but yes, I like it to be pitch black. When they're little babies, I keep that monitor on and it's so bright, but I get used to it just because I want to see them. But yeah, I usually like it really dark. Next one, do you eat breakfast every morning? I was not a breakfast person until I got pregnant with Liam. And being pregnant, you do need to eat regularly, so I got used to eating breakfast, and ever since I can't not eat breakfast. Most days, some days I can go without it if I'm like drinking liquids in the morning, but no, being pregnant kind of messed that up for me, which I guess is good for your metabolism, but I'm not into breakfast food, so it's kind of hard to pick something healthy that's satisfying. I don't really like breakfast. The next one, do you take any pills or medication daily? No, I do not. Number 40, what medical conditions do you have? I don't have any medical conditions that I know of, thank goodness. I'm pretty healthy. Number 41, how many times have you been to the hospital? I have been to the hospital twice to deliver each baby, and I almost didn't make it the second time. But no, I have never been to the hospital for myself. I've never been admitted for anything else besides pregnancy and birth. Not just pregnancy, birth. The next one, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I love Finding Nemo, and I kind of even like the Dory one a little bit better in a different way. But yes, I love Disney movies, and Finding Nemo is so cute. Number 43, where do you buy your jeans? Target. As of right now, like until I get my body the way that I want it, like because I do have weight to lose. And so once I get my body like good and where I want to be and I'm healthy and happy with it, then I will buy more expensive jeans. But I have a body that for some reason jeans just don't work well with. They fall down all the time, which is hard to believe because I have quite a booty. But for some reason, I just can't find jeans. I think buckle jeans were the only ones that fit me properly, but that was back in high school. So who knows? My body has had 2 babies. It's quite different. Number 44, what's the last compliment you got? Honestly, I don't know. I don't keep track of any compliments. The only compliment I probably would get was from my husband, and I don't really pay attention to that, I guess. I don't keep like a tally in my brain. I remember my son a few days ago was like, "You're a good girl, mommy." And so, because we're working on good girl, good boy, being good. And so he told me that. So maybe that was my last compliment. Number 45. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Yes, I used to be really good at remembering them because I have very, very vivid dreams. If you ask any of my family members, they know that when I dream something, it feels real and I tell them about it. And I mean, there's not running jokes, but there's ones that I still remember, and it was years and years and years ago. So yes, I usually do remember. Lately, I haven't really been remembering later on in the morning, but when I first wake up, yes. Number 46, what flavor tea do you enjoy? Black tea. No sweeteners, no nothing, just plain black tea. Number 47, how many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I don't like shoes. I really do not like shoes. So I have my rainbows, my pair of flip-flops that I'm obsessed with, and it's a good thing that I live in Southern California because I can wear them all year round. And then I have like my gym shoes, so like my running shoes, and then I have boots and those kind of things, but I don't really know how many pairs because I only want to wear my flip-flops. Number 48, what religion will you raise your children to practice? We are not religious. My husband grew up a little bit more religious than he is now, but I am not religious in any way, shape, or form. That's a whole nother story. But yes, they probably will not be religious. Number 49. Oh, so I guess I don't have 50 questions. I only have 49. So 49. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I don't know what you're talking about. Santa's real, and he comes every Christmas Eve. So there you guys go. I'm sorry, I thought they were 50 questions, but it's only 49. So I hope you guys watched the other video. If you have not, go check that out because that was part 1 of this totally random questions. But it's a little way for you guys to get to know me. So if you guys have any tag suggestions or any video suggestions whatsoever, leave those in the comments down below. I love to hear what you guys have to say. I hope you guys are subscribed. Go hit that button and that little bell next to it. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.